Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching and Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channels. This is Pro Wrestling Logic, the NXT Review Series for the 14th of December 2010. As mentioned before in the previous audio, there's about 75 of these elimination style episodes left. What a slog those will be to get through, but once we get there, into the more traditional version of NXT we go, and that will be much more enjoyable for everyone, including me. But we're going to have the entire NXT library in the next few months, which is good. Anyway, we have people singing the various theme songs of the wrestlers, and Conor O'Brien should not quit his job to sing by any stretch of the imagination. Derek Bateman tries to sing the Miz's theme in a awkward way, almost trying to be a metal guy. Doesn't go very well. Then we've got at least he tries, and at least he is kind of in there with things. Brodus Clay up next, trying to do his singing rendition, which doesn't go a heck of a lot better for him than things have for anybody else. Clay is massive tattooed and all of this. They do a random draw, and Johnny Curtis manages to do some singing here of Randy Orton's theme while crawling on the ground by kind of doing the Viper mannerisms, which at least Curtis trying to show a bit of personality here. And then, of course, as they always do with these singing ones, Byron Saxton, who happens to be the last of the bunch, faces off and sings against the nature of everything there. And I mean, ultimately, we're into matches about 12 minutes into the show. Jason Novak talks about being a standout athlete, talks about not really wanting to be overlooked, and I mean, he certainly has all the necessary tools to be a decent guy, which it's surprising to me that I don't remember him during any stretch of the imagination. Ted DiBiase comes out with his pro Brodus Clay, and I believe this ends up being tag match style. Maurice coming out with DiBiase as well, and Chris Masters, the pro for Byron Saxton, which is just weird. Needless to say, this tag match is unique, to say the very least. Obviously, power by Brodus Clay against Byron Saxton, rather. Tag off, and in comes Chris Masters, who attempts some chops and hard strikes on Brodus Clay, but can't seem to take the man down very well. Kick off into the midsection clothesline in the corner, and a takedown. Ted DiBiase comes in and stays on Masters for a little bit. DiBiase, a guy still to this day who doesn't exactly strike me as a guy who ever got everything he could have out of the process of pro wrestling. Anyway, Brodus comes back in and hits a couple of shots to the back of his adversary here, and DiBiase tries to cut his adversary, in this case Masters, off from things. Masters hits a Samoan drop and tries to get over to Byron Saxton, his rookie. Why the rookies are taking the hot tags, I don't really know. Masters comes back in, goes back at DiBiase for a little bit here. Shoulder tackle, and Masters, I guess, is looking kind of like a baby face for a little bit there. But Byron Saxton comes in, doesn't get all he wants out of things, and ends up in a rough go of it there. Miscommunication between Saxton and friends leads to a loss. Derek Bateman ends up looking like a geek in the back. He is kind of trying to get Daniels Bryan to loosen up. Bryan wants to teach him techniques for holds and the like, and then we get the obstacle course run through from all the talents here, and needless to say, that doesn't go into being anything other than a time waster here. Time to beat 35 seconds eventually, and I mean I don't even other than kind of going in the direction of Brodus Clay looking like a goof because he trips up and such. I don't really understand the benefit of that. Johnny Curtis does end up winning. Johnny Curtis also has a highlight package here talking about things like growing up in Maine, having a rough go of it, starting pro at 15, and all of that. Things that I can confirm, at least partially, are true because I worked with him at in the Independents 5 or 6 years before he got signed. So anyway, flirtation after the Raw review, flirtation between Justin Novak and Vicky Guerrero. Dolph flirted with Caitlyn last season, Vicky doing the flirting this season, and we got a 5-minute match, Bateman and Alberto Del Rio this week as the main event, and we see, some strong strikes and basic stuff by Del Rio. Del Rio trying to keep his opponent down, trying to take him down with front chin locks and other basic things, back elbow by Del Rio. Del Rio catches Bateman with a couple of shots in the middle, more hype for the TLC pay-per-view, which I can't imagine anyone caring about. TLC's never been a show that I really can imagine people going out of their way for. December, kind of a dead month, what with the holidays. Anyway, in about less than 4 minutes, Bateman having to tap out to the submission of Alberto Del Rio, and we'll close on that note for this edition. We'll be back with more right after this.